Alright guys, so since I am back now and I have my mic, and since you guys love tier lists so much, I figured let's do another tier list. Alright, so the tier list that we got today is countries that I've been to, and we are ranking them on a scale of take me back now, go back soon, go back eventually, and I'm good. I don't need to see it anymore, and I don't need to see it again. Alright, so I've only seen 2 other videos that do this. So if there's a country that you guys want to go to that is not down here, but you still want to see where other people have compared it to, I will link those 2 videos down in the description. Alright, so let's get into it. So the first country that we have to rank is Albania. So in Albania, I went to Tirana, Durrës, and this little beach resort just south of Durrës called Golem. It was pretty good. The only parts of Albania that I would also want to see, that I also tried to see while I went there, was Berat, this little town with these Ottoman style buildings in the hills. I tried going there, but unfortunately, and also because the roads are just so bad in Albania and there's no trains to go anywhere really, it would have taken me way too long to get down south into Berat. And another cool area that I want to see is the Blue Eye. But yeah, it would definitely be a little hard to go into those parts of Albania if I went there, because there's only flying into Tirana. So yeah, it would definitely be hard getting into those areas, but I still definitely want to go back to Albania eventually. Pretty interesting area. And then the next country that we have is Austria. So I only had a 7-hour layover in Vienna, so I didn't really get to see too much. But then again though, the other parts of Austria that I would want to see besides Vienna would be the Alps, but as you'll see as I get to some other countries, I've basically already seen that. So I'd say that I'm good with what I saw of Austria. Alright, and the next country is Canada. So I've only been to Montreal, twice in fact actually, and Montreal's pretty awesome, but that's definitely the most foreign part of Canada. Like realistically, like any other spot in Canada other than like the Arctic is basically like America. But I'd still definitely want to go to Vancouver or Toronto. Those seem like pretty cool areas. And definitely like the Arctic region would be cool too. But I don't know how much I want to go back to it. But then again, it is pretty close, so I'll put Canada in the I'll go back soon. Definitely not like a take me back now place, but since it's so close to where I live right now, definitely would want to see more of it. Alright, next up we have the Czech Republic, now known as Czechia actually. So I went to Prague, and basically the entire time I was there I was like, oh, this is basically just a more expensive version of Budapest. Because they say Prague is a great party city, but compared to Budapest, like they have entrance fees that are like $10. The drinks cost like twice as much as they do in Budapest. So really, if you're looking to party, I wouldn't really suggest Prague. And then in terms of other stuff to do in Prague, there's really just like the castle and the clock tower, which are definitely interesting, but I don't know about going back to. And then in terms of the rest of Czechia, nothing really sticks out for me that I would really want to go back to. So for Czechia, I would say that I'm good with what I saw. It was definitely still fun though, but I'm good. And then the Dominican Republic. So this was the first country that I really got to see like the more gritty side of it. I'd been to Jamaica previously, but I'd only stayed in the resort part. But in the Dominican Republic, we really went out into the city and saw how the people actually lived. My friend's dad got shaken down by the cops there. It was, yeah, definitely expanded my view of the world, which is definitely the big reason why you should travel, is to definitely broaden your experience. But other than that though, it was also a beautiful place. I went into this jungle with these waterfalls. It was definitely amazing, but in terms of going back, I'd say I'm probably good, just because if I do go back to the Caribbean, I'd want to see different countries, you know. And then Germany. the land of my forefathers. This was a really interesting country to visit. I loved Munich. In terms of places that I've been to, Munich is probably the only non-English speaking city I've been to where I was like, wow, this would make an amazing place to live. Great bike infrastructure, public infrastructure. Seemed like there was a lot to do, but it was also pretty peaceful too. So yeah, Munich was awesome, and then Füssen, the Alps were amazing. And I also really want to see the rest of Germany, especially Berlin, Cologne, and just the Rhineland in general. So Germany is definitely a take me back now. And next up, we got Hungary. This is where I studied abroad. An entire video about my study abroad experience in Hungary will be coming out soon. So I've seen a lot of Hungary too, like not just Budapest, like Eger, Szeged, and Pest. Pest is definitely the best town in Hungary other than Budapest in my opinion. So in terms of other stuff that I would want to see, the only other thing I would want to see would be Lake Balaton. But that's not really like too high on my priorities list. But then again though, I've been in Hungary for so long that I definitely would want to go back, so I definitely put it as an I'll go back eventually, just not in the foreseeable future. And then next up is Italy. So I feel like a lot of people think that Italy is overrated because so many people just talk about how much they love it, but nah, like the food is amazing, Rome, there's so much to do, Venice is amazing, Florence is amazing. And in terms of other stuff that I would want to see in Italy, I really want to see Naples, the Amalfi Coast, and the southern part of it like Bari and Sicily. So yeah, Italy is definitely a take me back now country. Alright, this is the first foreign country that I ever visited, Jamaica. That was amazing, but I just stayed in the resort area. So if I do go back to Jamaica, I definitely want to go to like some Jamaican clubs and parties. I heard that those are amazing. And just see the real Jamaica, you know, beyond the resort towns. So Jamaica is definitely a take me back soon country. And then Slovakia, I only saw Bratislava, but there's really not that much else in Slovakia that I would really want to go back for. So I'd probably put that in the I'm good category. That's also the same with Slovenia. It's also a really small country, so luckily I was able to see a decent amount of it. Ljubljana and the Postonia caves down here. So it was an amazing country. Just having seen so much of it, in terms of going back, I'd probably say that I'm good with what I saw. Spain. Spain was definitely really crazy when I visited it in 2012, 2011, I believe. It was like the height of the Great Recession. When we stepped off the metro from the airplane, there was some like naked guy running from the cops. Even like in the city was crazy with like just a very gritty area. And I went to Barcelona, which is apparently like one of the more wealthier cities. So yeah, I definitely would want to go back to Spain, see Madrid and the southern part of Spain. Also maybe like hop down from Gibraltar to Morocco. That would be pretty cool. So yeah, Spain is definitely a go back soon country. Alright, and then Turkey. You guys, if you've seen my other vlogs, you guys remember Berkay, he's from Turkey. He definitely wants me to come back. And I said, hey, if you come to America, I'll come to Turkey. And there is a lot more of Turkey than just Istanbul that I want to see. I definitely want to see Ankara, the capital, Cappadocia, and Antalya and Izmir. So yeah, Turkey is definitely a take me back now country. Definitely want to go back there. That was an amazing spot to visit. And then we'll be skipping this country. We'll come back to it later. And then the next country that we got is Vatican City, and it is also the smallest country. So if you've been there, you've definitely probably seen all that there is to publicly see at least. So it definitely had some amazing sights to see, but I saw them all. So in terms of going back, I'd say that I'm good. I'm satisfied with what I saw. Hey guys, so post-production geopoll right here, and I completely forgot to include France, and honestly, good thing I did, because not gonna lie, it's pretty overrated. I really do not have a desire to go back to France. The food, mid compared to Italy. The cakes and stuff, mid compared to Austria. The clubs, I don't know, I haven't been in any French clubs, but I would imagine that they'd be pretty mid compared to Hungary or Italy even. Yeah, so we're putting France in, I guess, the I'm good with what I saw. We are continuing the trend on Geopoll of fuck the French. And then this country here leads me into, hopefully if you guys like this video, leave some comments, a part 2 to this, where I will be ranking every state that I've been to in America. So if you guys want to see that, just let me know. And also, if you guys have been to these countries, maybe you disagree with my rankings, maybe you agree, leave me a comment, let me know. If there are other countries that are not on here, also let me know about those. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video.